Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nepal V, and today I'm finally covering a topic I've wanted to talk about for a long time, the Stop Killing Games movement. Now, I never played The Crew. I didn't really follow its updates, and I'm not even that into racing games. But when I found out Ubisoft shut it down completely, removed it from sale, took the servers offline, and even blocked people who paid for it from playing, it made me stop and think. If they can do that to The Crew, what else can they do it to? This wasn't just some fluke. It's a pattern. Studios are selling full-price games, then pulling the plug. No offline mode, no support, no preservation. That's not just frustrating, it's wrong. And it's something we need to talk about. That's why I'm making this video. So what is Stop Killing Games? Stop Killing Games is a movement started by YouTuber Ross Scott in early 2024. You might know him from the series Freeman's Mind. After Ubisoft shut down The Crew and made it completely unplayable, even for people who had already bought it, he decided enough was enough and launched the campaign. The message is simple. If a game is going to be taken offline, the developer should either patch in an offline mode or allow private servers. No one's asking for full multiplayer support to last forever, just basic access to the thing people paid for. At its core, this isn't just about nostalgia or game preservation. It's about digital ownership. Because if you can lose a game you paid full price for with no warning, no patch, and no refund, did you ever really own it? Since it launched, the movement has gained serious traction. In 2025, it crossed 1 million verified signatures on a European Union petition, enough to force a formal review by the European Commission. That's a big deal. Outside the EU, support is growing too. In the UK, a similar petition passed 100,000 signatures, qualifying it for debate in Parliament. Meanwhile, California passed a law, AB 2426, that requires digital storefronts to be more honest about what you're actually buying. Not a product, but a license. Even Ubisoft responded. After the backlash, they announced plans to add offline modes to The Crew 2 and Motorfest. It's not perfect. The original Crew is still gone, but it shows that public pressure works. I touched on this earlier, but it's worth saying again. This isn't just about one game. It's about ownership. It's about trust between players and publishers. And it's about whether buying a game actually means you get to keep it. We don't accept this kind of thing with movies, books, or music. Imagine buying a Blu-ray, only to find out it won't play anymore because the studio shut down the servers. It sounds absurd, but in gaming, that happens all the time. Stop Killing Games is about changing that. It's not asking for perfection. It's asking for the bare minimum. If a game has to shut down, give people some way, any way, to keep playing. Because games aren't just software. They're art. They're history. And for a lot of us, they're personal. Of course, not everyone agrees with the movement. Groups like Video Games Europe, which represents big publishers, argue that SKG's demands are unrealistic. They say adding offline modes after the fact is too expensive, especially for complex online games. They also raise legal concerns about unofficial servers, moderation, and copyright issues. And in some ways, they're not wrong. This stuff can get complicated. But doing nothing? That's not the answer either. There's also been tension within the community. In mid-2025, a developer and streamer known as Pirate Software criticized the SKG petition. He said it was vague and could hurt indie developers who don't have the resources to support games forever. A lot of people took that personally, and unfortunately, it escalated. He received thousands of hostile messages and eventually stepped away from his studio. That part? Completely unacceptable. The truth is, even good movements can get messy. Not every supporter agrees on the details, and not every critic is defending shady practices. But the core issue remains: should companies be allowed to sell something and then erase it from existence? Most people, even those who disagree with the tactics, seem to agree that the system right now is broken. If this matters to you, the good news is you can help. If you're in the EU, sign the official Stop Killing Games petition. It's already past the threshold, but every signature adds more pressure and visibility. If you're outside the EU, you can still make a difference. Talk about it. Share this video. Use the hashtag #StopKillingGames. Let developers and publishers know this isn't something we're just going to ignore. You can also support studios that do it right, the ones who add offline modes, release server tools, or commit to long-term playability even after launch. And if you're a developer or publisher watching this, just know that most of us aren't asking for miracles. We're asking for respect, transparency, and a way to keep what we paid for. Because when a game dies, it's not just code disappearing. It's memories. It's stories. It's part of gaming history, and I believe we can do better. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this or learned something new, consider leaving a like or a comment, and maybe even share this with a friend who's lost a game they loved. I'll see you in the next video.